So we'll start the practice this evening in a seated position. If you've got a cushion handy, you'll probably need at some point in the practice, about halfway through, 2 blocks or cushions or something. So if you grab hold of those and just place them to the side for now. You take a cushion under your seat. Allow the spine to find its natural curves. Your choice whether you have the legs out long, crossed, whatever works best for you. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out of the mouth. 2 more. Using the exhalation as a signal to let go of your day that's passed. To feel as though you're arriving to your practice this evening. To feel as though you're really coming into the present moment. And closing down the eyes. Soften the face. Unclenching the jaw. Shoulders are soft, away from the ears. Chest is gently rising and falling with each breath in and out. Release any control of the muscles around the tummy area. And just allow the belly to expand naturally with each breath in. Not trying to hold that breath, not restricting the muscles in the tummy area. Allowing the breath to go deeply into the body. We're often so conscious of how we look in the Western world, that we're holding the tummy in. You might have heard me or maybe other yoga teachers talking about belly breathing. And what we mean by that is if you think of visually sending the breath into the belly, you're allowing that space for the diaphragm, the main muscle of our respiratory system, to really do its job. If you simply let go of that hold around the tummy, allow yourself to breathe fully. The yoga mat doesn't care what you look like. I invite you for the generation of this practice to just fully breathe. Try to release those thoughts about how you look, what the posture looks like. Being kind mentally towards the physical body. Let the breath do what it's meant to do. And as we practice with ahimsa, that loving kindness, gentleness towards ourselves, we start to develop a sense of patience, a deeper understanding for the present moment, enjoying each breath in, each breath out. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Gently flutter the eyelids open and start to move your way through all fours. I'll just take my cardio off so you can see where we're going. Grab a hold of your blocks. We're coming into child's pose. I'm going to invite you to use the blocks underneath the upper arms, the elbow kind of area, so that you can bring the hands into a prayer position. The chest, the forehead or the chin is reaching towards the earth. If you need to place a cushion there to bring the earth to you, then do so. Otherwise, allow for the head to come into that window almost between the upper arms. The forehead rests on the mat. Fingertips are soft. Palms touching. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh out of the mouth. Two more. Using that exhalation to settle the body, to surrender into the posture. So as we've been working throughout February on ahimsa and the area around the heart chakra, I'd like to draw your focus to everything that you've considered, reflected on, heard about, thought about this month. We know that ahimsa roughly translates as non-violence. What does that truly mean to you? What does that mean for your yoga practice? What does that mean mentally, physically? What does that mean off the mat in the external world? How is ahimsa relevant to you, to your life? Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Gently ease your way out of the posture, moving however feels right for you. Maybe taking a few cat-cows or rotating around the rib area. Maybe even pushing forwards and backwards. Just notice, become aware, and give in to whatever it is that the body is asking in this moment. We'll come next into superior. So although we're working with chest openers, or what we see as chest openers, and working with ahimsa and the heart chakra, I want us to think about the spine as well. So if you grab hold of a blanket or a cushion or a jumper, as I'm doing with my cardigan here, and just sort of place it at the top of your mat, and you want it to sort of give you enough space for you to rest the forehead on, but for the nose to sort of have room so you can still breathe. You'll take the hands, clasp them behind the head, and almost those two sort of lower ridges below the skull, let the thumbs rest there, and you can apply a little bit of pressure into the skull. Almost feel as though you're lifting the hair upwards, and you'll feel that the neck feels a little looser. That's what you'll be doing laying on the mat. So lying on the tummy, elbows out to the side. Make sure you've got enough room for the nose. You continue that breath, that deep breathing. And allow a little bit of pressure. We're thinking about that realignment of the spine almost. Almost resetting the neck with the spine. Fill your heart with compassion and you will spread love, caring for you, those around you and above. Ahimsa teaches non-violence and gentle living, treating us thoughtful and always forgiving, aware of our thoughts and the energy we send. We are all connected from stranger to friend. Find peace of mind and within your own heart, the sacred place where ahimsa will start. Both inward and out, we inspire and grow and support all creatures with this gift we bestow. Be strong with emotion while each time accepting, open to improvement with soulful reflecting. Ask yourself, with these thoughts I am freeing, do I support the growth of every world's being? Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth, release the hands, and just move however you feel. Do whatever you want to in these in-between moments. Stay in stillness, wiggle, shift. Totally your choice. That posture superior that we just did is actually really good if you're sat at the desk a lot or you're texting a lot, allowing us to realign the cervical spine, the spine to find its natural curves. And when you're ready, roll over onto your back. Coming into Supta Chandrasana, or half moon pose, or banana pose if you'd like to call it that. So take the arms up above you. You can hold your own hands if that's comfortable. Start to walk the arms towards your left, so you've got a lateral stretch down the right side, and walk the feet over towards the left, so you're creating that banana shape with the body, or half moon shape. Option is to take the left heel and rest it on top of the right foot. Just take a couple of moments to find the optimum position for you here. That place that you know you can hold, where you can settle into stillness. And taking that deep breath and sigh it out of the mouth. Using the deep breath to settle, to soften, to surrender to gravity. Rather than focusing on the physical body, how we look, instead consider how you feel in this posture. And anything that does crop up, just acknowledge it and move on. Use the patience that Yin teaches to remain in stillness and with the breath. Anytime that temptation to move arises, try not to give in, unless, of course, you're feeling too uncomfortable. Instead, just notice, where is the breath? You might notice you're breathing more deeply in the right side as you become more open almost in that side of the body. That's how it feels, isn't it? Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Release the posture. Bring the spine back to neutral, the legs and the arms back to neutral. Bring the arms down by the side for a few moments if you wish, before setting up on the opposite side. Same posture, but over to the right this time. In your own time, take the hands, the arms over to the right, the feet over to the right. This time maybe taking the right foot on top of the left. Finding that posture, that sweet spot. Deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out of the mouth. Maybe just take a few moments here to notice how this feels compared to the opposite side. Just acknowledging and accepting. Knowing that there's no particular angle here that we're aiming for. Whatever your body is allowing you, whatever shape your body is allowing you to move into, is exactly where you need to be. Accept it, acknowledge it, and come to the breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Slowly return to neutral spine. Release the posture. Feel free to hook your knees to the chest, rock and roll, sway, or simply being still in it. The final posture I'll guide you through before we move into our yoga nidra practice will be Supta Matsyendrasana, or cat pulling its tail. Doesn't sound very ahimsa, does it? Okay. It's a bit of a weird one to get into, but once you get there, you're like, oh, is that it? Kind of thing. So if you stay lying on the back, let the left leg stay up long, right knee into the chest, release the right arm to the side, almost like as though you come into sort of a cactus arm or a T shape with the arm. Let the knee roll over to the left. If it's hanging out there, like mine is, take a cushion underneath so you're supporting it. Take a bend in that left knee, reaching almost up towards the bottom with the left foot, and then reach the right hand towards the foot. You might have to have a feel about for it. And just hold on to the foot wherever's comfortable. If you notice my shoulders coming off the floor here, and so is my knee, try to support so that one at least remains grounded. And if that means you need to bring cushions underneath them both, then so be it. Bring the earth to you. Just take a few moments to settle into the posture. And of course, if you notice that that's too much on the shoulder, the lower back, the knee, then just ease out. You don't have to hold the foot. Just aiming for it, that's fine. Be okay with that. Sometimes accepting what we've got is one of the hardest concepts in yoga, that essence of self-acceptance, or rather the challenge of self-acceptance. So closely related to ahimsa. And in fact, I read recently that yamas, where this yogic philosophy comes from. So ahimsa is one of the yamas, the ethical concepts almost. A translation of yamas was wise characteristics, which I thought at first was slightly strange. Because all the other translations seemed to link it to some kind of ethical concept or moral code kind of thing. When you think about it, a wise characteristic, self-acceptance, self-kindness, they're probably so much harder for a lot of us than being kinder to others around us. We often find it so easy to give advice to others. For example, do we ever take our own advice? Are we ever gentle with ourselves? Take a deep breath in through the nose Sigh out of the mouth. Release the hand, release the knee. Unravel, unroll. Stretch out, release, hug in, do whatever you need to. And then in your own time, when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So the right knee will go out long this time. Left knee hugging into the chest. Left arm out to the side. Use the right hand to draw the left knee to the ground or to a cushion. Bend the bottom leg so the right knee is bent. Reach the left hand towards the right foot. And as you settle into the posture, notice where you feel, what you feel. Acknowledge whether you're further into this posture as such, or whether you're easing off a little bit compared to the other side. We're asymmetrical beings. Nothing's ever the same. And that's okay. So don't push yourself to be somewhere that this side of your body does not want to be. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh out of the mouth. Begin to let go of the posture. And take any movements, any wiggles and fidgets before we move into our yoga nidra practice. If there's any creature comforts that you'd like to grab a hold of before we move into the guided meditation, grab your blankets, eye pillows, cushions. It can be really, really nice to take a bolster like what I've got here, or a bed pillow even, would do the trick, and place it underneath your knees. Just settling into your shavasana. And just a reminder that our yoga nidra practice, the aim is that we're trying to move into that state of consciousness where we're not awake but we're not asleep, with that sort of in-between state. If you do fall asleep, then know that that's okay. If your mind starts wandering, if your mind starts having a conversation, that's also okay. Acknowledge it and come back to the sound of my voice. If anything that I say doesn't resonate with you, again, that's also okay. Just let the words wash over you. Take what you need, use what you need. Begin to bring your attention to the sounds outside the room that you're in. To the sounds inside the room. To becoming aware of all sensations, any sounds, smells, the temperature. And with the eyes closed, soft jaw, soft shoulders, no control. Start to visualize your own body, the position that you're in, resting on the floor. Become aware of your own physical presence, aware of your whole body and its complete stillness. The sound of the breath is slow and rhythmic. The eyes are closed, the body is still. Not trying to concentrate, making no effort to control the mind. We're about to go on a journey through different states of consciousness. I will be by your side throughout the whole journey. Draw your awareness now to the chest, the space around the heart. Start to picture, start to feel, start to visualize, breathing directly into that heart space. Breathing out of that same space. The invitation here is for you to make a sankalpa, a short resolve or intention. The sankalpa should be brief, a short positive sentence, or a few words in the present tense. For example, I am enough, I am peaceful. As your awareness rests deeply in the heart center, begin to breathe into the heart space and ask yourself, what does your heart desire? Breathe out and let go of any thoughts that do not serve that desire. This desire, this intention is your sankalpa. Repeat your sankalpa 3 times internally now. We move now to a phase of guiding your awareness around the body, placing the awareness deeply into the parts of the body that I name. You might find that your awareness produces objects as you place it, perhaps a shape, stars, a colour. You might simply just repeat internally that name of that body part. We'll start at the crown of the head, moving to the middle of the brain, the front of the brain, the forehead, the middle of the brain, back to the front, come back up to the middle of the brain, front of the brain, forehead, tip of the nose, chin, right side of the face, right earlobe, tip of the right ear, right temple, top, middle of the forehead, left temple, tip of the left ear, left earlobe, left side of the face, chin, right cheek, outer edge of the right eyebrow, inner edge of the eyebrow, eyebrow centre, inner edge of the left eyebrow, outer edge of the left eyebrow, left cheek, chin, point under the bottom lip, the point between the lip and the nose, the right nostril, outer edge of the right eye, inside of the eye, bridge of the nose, inside the left eye, outer edge of the eye, left nostril, point between the lip and the nose, the point under the bottom lip, chin, right temple, top middle of the forehead, left temple, and back to the chin. Move the awareness now to the tip of the tongue, body of the tongue, roof of the mouth, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, back up to the brain, starting from the base of the skull, middle of the brain, right hand side of the brain, to the left side of the brain, back to the right, now the left, right and left. Come to balancing in the middle of the brain, and then the front of the brain, middle of the brain, front of the brain, middle of the brain. Dropping down to the throat, right shoulder, all the way down to the elbow, even further to the wrist, palm of the hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Moving back through the palm, the wrist, the elbow, shoulder, throat, left shoulder, down to the left elbow, even further to the wrist, the palm, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Moving back through the palm, the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, back to the throat, down to the heart. Rest deeply in the heart center. Now down to the navel, the pelvis, right hip, all the way down to the knee, down to the ankle, the sole of the foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Coming back through the sole, the ankle, knee, hip, over the pelvis to the left hip, down to the left knee, to the ankle, sole of the foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth and fifth. Coming back through the left sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip, pelvis, up to the navel, heart center, throat, right shoulder, whole of the right arm, the throat, left shoulder, whole of the left arm, heart center, whole of the rib area, the navel, the whole of the torso, the pelvis, the right hip, the whole of the leg to the foot, the pelvis, the left hip, the whole of the left leg to the foot, back through the left hip to the pelvis, the navel, and rest deeply in the center of the chest, the heart center. Now bring your attention to the natural breath. Becoming aware that you're breathing quietly and slowly, conscious of your breath and nothing else. Becoming aware of the breath as it moves through the nostrils, the natural breath flowing through both nostrils and meeting at the top to form a triangle. Begin to feel as though you're inhaling only through the left nostril, exhaling only through the right nostril, then inhaling through the right and exhaling through the left. Left in, right out, right in, left out. Continue like this. Continue with this mental nadi shodhana. Alternate nostril breathing. Visualizing the breath coming in and out through alternate nostrils. The next time you exhale from the left, let that be your final round. And begin to release that focus of the breath. Come into a natural breathing pattern with no particular control. Now start to imagine a large emerald green light. And you notice how bright it is, how expansive it is. And imagine you're breathing in this emerald green light. Breathing it in through your nostrils. And this light travels down with the breath and settles into your heart space. As you breathe, allow the light to settle into the heart space. Focusing your awareness, the breath, and the green light at the heart space. Bring to mind a person who you love. Bringing their faces very clearly into your mind's eye. And imagine how it would feel to give them a loving hug. Allow the sensation of love radiating from your heart space out into this person. Now bring to mind someone who you have a tough relationship with. Bringing their face very clearly to your mind's eye. And imagine how it would feel to give them a loving hug. Allow your love to radiate from your heart space and to this person. Now start to picture yourself. Picturing yourself here as you are in that very room. Bringing your face very clearly into your own mind's eye. Your own face. Imagine how it would feel to receive a loving hug. Using all of this love, compassion, and openness cultivated here in this space, begin to wrap yourself up in love. Imagine how it would feel to receive that loving hug. It is now time to remember and return to your sankalpa, your heart's desire, your intention that we set earlier in the practice. Your awareness is at the heart center. And begin to repeat that exact same desire with the same wording 3 times internally now, using the same attitude and wording. Relax any effort. Draw your mind to your surroundings, becoming aware of your breathing, your natural rhythm of breath, becoming aware of the whole body. Your body is lying totally relaxed on the floor, and you're breathing quietly and slowly. Developing awareness of your body from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Becoming aware of the ground below, the air above and around you, the sensations on the skin. Gradually start to move and stretch the body. Moving however feels right for your body. Waking the body up. Returning. Waking. Returning. Gradually start to move. In your own time. There's no hurry. Taking your time. When you're sure that you're fully awake, keeping the eyes closed, gently hug the knees in, rolling over onto one side, and take your time to come up onto your seat. Arriving in your seated position, Bringing the hands together at heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Bowing the forehead towards the fingertips. Breathing in, send yourself love and gratitude. Breathing out, send love and gratitude to another being. Thank you for practicing with me.